Friday Workshop!
What is Friday Workshop?
Friday Workshops make things, building things, what we do in the workshop.
And what are we doing this week?
This week, we're doing a PowerPoint.
Dom created this PowerPoint. It is... The temperatures this week are crazy.
Yeah.
It is, 105, 106,
Something
107
So
all week.
The garage is like 115.
Yeah.
It's boiling us alive.
Yeah. So we are doing a PowerPoint presentation. I'm really excited to see what Dom
created.
So what is the PowerPoint presentation on?
Let's see.
Transition!
Yeah.
Home Depot versus Lowe's. Okay, where should you get your tools? This is a good decision, right? There's lots of other stores besides Home Depot and Lowe's, but it's good to put it down to just these two to start with.
To compare and contrast the two.
Yeah, there's other places such as Woodcraft, right? We really like Woodcraft. Harbor Freight, we like Harbor Freight as well, but this is just a compare and contrast with Home Depot and Lowe's.
So let's get started.
Lowe's. Okay, so I like this. Lowe's, you put targeted towards family and simple small projects. I completely agree with this. So that's kind of their business model, is they're going for the smaller projects. You don't buy stuff in as big of bulk items. So if you don't need things in large bulk items, that helps.
And it also gives more help and easier to get into.
Yes.
When you're doing that one.
Yeah, the aisles are a little bit more intuitive. The way things are organized are more for the individual rather than the contractor. It's easy to get to everything on every shelf. And then the people are very trained and friendly. And if you ask for questions, they're pretty good at it. Yeah. Especially they do other things like they cut boards really well for you into multiple, if you get a large piece of plywood, they'll cut it for you to put it in your car and that sort of thing. They will at Home Depot too, but it's a little bit easier to get that done at Lowe's into like even multiple cuts.
But the biggest con is it's not really designed for contractors or people who know a lot about woodworking.
Yeah. So the choices of materials are interesting for sure. Yeah, for sure. So it's not really as designed for contractors or people who know a lot about woodworking. They have some contractor parking. They're trying to get more into that space, but they're just not quite there as much as like a Home Depot. Home Depot. You've got better for contractors, professionals, and big projects. Boy, you're sure right on that. Yeah, the large projects. If you're buying things in bulk,
they're your place to go.
Yeah, Home Depot is really good. Not designed for people just starting projects for the first time. I've been to a lot of Home Depots, and I hate to say bad things about Home Depot, but it is definitely, if you're new and you're asking questions and you're trying to get things done, I sometimes feel like I'm interrupting people from doing their job by asking them questions there. Yeah. For sure. Home Depot is a great store for a lot of things. But maybe not for the beginner or if you're just doing a one-off type of project. With the rewards apps. Okay, so that's a good point. The rewards apps. And specific tools only at Home Depot and Lowe's, right? Mm-hmm. You can get better rewards when you choose one, and both are good to choose, and it depends on what projects you're on, right? Mm-hmm. For sure. We're not saying one is better than the other, but we are saying
that it depends.
It depends on what your projects are and use it for the right one. The apps, specifically the rewards apps, if you do a lot of things, I like the rewards program at Home Depot a little bit better.
That's why we go there so much.
Yeah, so we use Home Depot as our main point of contact. If there's a specific brand where we want to match a color of a certain stain or something like that, your dark maple, or is not going to be the same as a dark maple, in Behr is not going to be the same as a Minwax dark maple, right?
Yeah, they're all different compared to each other.
Yeah, so the stain colors, you may not match them unless you get the right brand, and sometimes you have to get that at the right place. And other times, they're just out of something at Home Depot, and it's really easy to check online at like the Lowe's closest to us and see, okay, is that there or not? Yeah. We have a Lowe's that's closer to Home Depot, but we tend to go to Home Depot more just because of the rewards.
And the bigger variety to go after.
Also, the tool brands is a big one. We're a Makita shop for our battery-powered stuff. If you use Ryobi, if you use Milwaukee, if you use Makita, really Home Depot is the place you want to go. If you're into Craftsman, if you're on that battery supply, or if you're into Cobalt, right? That battery supply, even some Metabo, I think, is in Lowe's, right? DeWalt, you can pretty much get it either place. So that's not a bad brand to get into if you don't want to choose a particular one. Yeah, you can find DeWalt.
Yeah, because DeWalt's found pretty much anywhere.
It's universal. Yeah. There's a DeWalt planer in our Woodcraft store. DeWalt's pretty much everywhere. But you will get better rewards if you choose one because you'll get all the rewards in one place for sure. And yeah, both are good. I like that. You choose basically how you do projects and what you do for projects. Sometimes we'll find something that we want to go to Lowe's for, absolutely sure. Or sometimes a particular thing we want to get is only sold at Lowe's. But for the most part, we go to Home Depot.
Yeah.
Or Woodcraft, but for the two out of these, we're usually a Home Depot shop. So that's it. That's the end of your presentation.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the verses, right? Tell us what you think. Which one do you prefer to go to? Which one would you rather be at? Let us know in the comments below. We're real interested.
Yeah, we're interested to see what your guys' opinion are on this.
Yeah. And if you like videos like these,
like and subscribe.
And click on that bell notification, because we put these out like every week.
Yeah, sometimes even more.
Yeah, regardless if it's 105 or 115 in our shop, right?
It just might not be as good.
Yeah. So heads up, and until next time.
See ya.
See ya.